The drivers are ready. Roger Ward, winner in 1959, has the confidence of a man who has beaten this track. Only one man outpointed Ward in big car racing, AJ Foyt, national champion. Foyt, a 26-year-old Texan, has run only 3 years at the Speedway, but he knows his way around. Eddie Sachs, ready at the pole position. Parnelli Jones, a sensational rookie, gets last-minute advice. But when the signal is given, "Gentlemen, start your engines," it's too late for advice. You are alone with your car, the track, and history. Heading for the front stretch, and the green flag that starts the race. The pace car leaves the track. There's the green flag. A beautiful start. Eddie Sachs leads them down the straightaway with Jim Hurtubise outside as they reach the first turn. "33 cars string out, moving down the backstretch. AJ Foyt leads with Eddie Sachs closing in. Sachs is now in position 2. Eddie Sachs catches AJ Foyt on the front stretch. And he passes to take the lead after 300 miles. Sachs and Foyt are locked in an all-out battle. Foyt, the national champion, retakes position 1. After 2.5 hours of racing, only car lengths separate the two leaders, Foyt and Sachs. Then the crowd comes to its feet as Eddie Sachs makes his last scheduled pit stop. As Sachs slows down, AJ Foyt roars past the pits, firmly in the lead. Every second that Sachs spends in the pits, Foyt gains another 200 feet. Foyt is running better than 145 miles an hour with 40 laps, 100 miles still to go. Sachs is away in 22 seconds. Out of the first turn, Sachs is up to full racing speed, but half a lap behind AJ Foyt, who has not made his last scheduled stop. Here comes Foyt, the national champion, into the pits. There's a precautionary tire change, but something is wrong with the refueling mechanism. A high-speed aircraft-type fuel nozzle refuses to engage a special fitting on the car. Frank Catania, the man in charge of fueling, fights the nozzle for 20 of the longest seconds in his life, but no fuel is delivered. Chief Mechanic George Mignotti makes a split-second decision to send him out. Unaware of the problem facing his crew, Foyt pulls away, ready to pick up the battle with Sachs. Does he have enough fuel to go the distance? His crew watches for him to come off the fourth turn. There he is, wheel to wheel with Sachs and 80 miles to go. Late stop. Foyt doesn't know why, but he stands on the throttle trying to stretch his lead over Sachs. While Foyt tries to gain the precious seconds he needs for a pit stop, his Bose Seal Pass crew borrow a fueling rig from a crew whose car is out of the race. Running low on fuel gives Foyt a temporary advantage. With less weight, his car has more speed. Sachs, straining to win the race, drives all out to keep up with the leader. Sachs is running harder through the corners, giving his tires terrific punishment in his bid for victory. Foyt is gaining, and his crew signal him to keep going until they're ready for him, or until his engine begins to cough. Foyt gains only a handful of seconds before his engine sputters, but now his crew is ready. Here he comes. Foyt is forced to pit only 15 laps short of victory. Five seconds. 10 seconds. Go! Go! He's away in 15 seconds. But to Frank Catania, who handled the fueling, those few seconds may have buried a year of work and hope. Eddie Sachs has the lead with only 10 laps, 25 miles left to run. Slowing down to pit and refueling puts Foyt 30 seconds behind. Sachs gets the good news. a winning grip on first place. His mechanic, Clint Bronner, gives him the okay side. Right behind the pit fence, Nancy Sachs is waiting out the last lap. Only 10 miles to go now. 4 more minutes. The Bose team has just about given up hope. But suddenly the crowd sees something. Eddie Sachs is coming into his pit, only 3 laps away from victory. Sachs has worn one tire past the safety margin in his all-out effort to stay with Foyt. Foyt had been running faster without a fuel load. Foyt's crew is wild. Here comes their man. And a new chance to win. Sachs is out of the pits as Foyt roars past. 7.5 miles to go. Only 3 more laps. Foyt takes position 1. Roaring out of the pits, Sachs is less than 10 seconds behind him. Look at that man travel. Can he catch Foyt? The cars are on the backstretch now. There's nothing to do for half a minute while the drivers battle for first place. It's Foyt. He's holding the lead. The Bose team is back in first place. Bob Bose and Chief Mechanic George Vignotti are co-owners of the car that Foyt is handling. Sachs is closer. The white flag, 1 more lap. Sachs is only seconds behind, and he said he wouldn't quit racing until he won the 500. Less than half a minute now. There's the checkered flag for AJ Foyt, national champion. And now, the winner of the Indianapolis 500. Once, 24 years ago, but this is the second closest finish in Speedway history. The waiting is over. The Bose crew is on its way to Victory Circle. They'll greet AJ Foyt, who at 26 is just about half as old as the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Foyt has just won the biggest share of the biggest purse it has ever offered. The driver and his teammates will divide almost $118,000 of the total Speedway purse of $400,000. Foyt drove magnificently, turning laps faster than his own qualification speed, yet saving enough of his machine to keep it running for the distance at record speed. Foyt has written another page in the history of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Yet, Indianapolis does not stand still. No sooner does one car win than someone sets to work to find a faster way. Man's quarrel with time will never end. Once more, around this stubborn old racetrack for the winner, AJ Foyt and his wife Lucy make a triumphal tour while the news is flashed to the racing world. A new record at Indianapolis, 139.130 miles per hour, 3 hours, 35 minutes, 37 and 49 1/100ths of a second. The newest time for 500 miles.
Race day, and the 33 cars, like strange, mute creations from some other world, are pushed to their starting positions on the track. Tension builds in the 350,000 spectators while Foyt checks on final race strategy.
Gentlemen, start time. Slowly,
Clark jets his way into the lead. Parnelli Jones and AJ Foyt duel in a hub-to-hub contest for first place. Spectators watch tensely as Jones powers into the pits. With $150,000 at stake, his crew springs into action. Check tires, fresh goggles, fuel. Now push him off. Something's gone wrong. His car's on fire. Jones deliberately steers into the pit wall, bails out of the car, and rolls over and over, trying to extinguish the flames. Firemen and the pit crew help save Parnelli, while fans and friends give prayers of thanks to see the plucky driver safe on his feet. His car is burning furiously, and firemen battle to confine the blaze. Old 98 is out of the race. Now running in first position, AJ Foyt makes his first pit stop. This is the most critical moment to be faced by his crew. 1 minute lost here will cost him the lead. A stalled engine might cost him the race. He takes on fuel but no tires, saving precious seconds that will enable him to return to the track before Roger Ward overtakes him. The first 3 leaders of the race now retired from competition. The crowd wonders if AJ Foyt will have better luck. Foyt is very conscious that 2-time winner Roger Ward is waiting for the opportunity to pass him. Foyt and Ward continue their 1-2 battle, with Foyt turning laps at 153 miles per hour. Foyt's pit crew proves to be as speedy as their driver. They give him a clean windshield, a drink of water, and a full tank of fuel in 22 seconds. Foyt's relentless pace has put him in position to lap second place Roger Ward. Having outdistanced all of his competition, Foyt sweeps through the final lap and takes the checkered flag. AJ Foyt steers toward victory lane, where sincere good wishes and the winner's pot of gold await him. His record speed of 147.350 miles per hour will spur new effort, new products, and new strategy in the competitive world of racing, just as surely as it will point to new designs for everyday transportation. But at this moment, AJ is oblivious of all but that for the second time, he has won the Indianapolis 500.
The crowd pours in to watch the 51st 500.
Here comes the pace car at 12 knots. And let's see if the green flag is out. Are you ready, Wade?
Now in the 79th lap, Parnelli Jones comes in for the first of 2 required pit stops. Foyt, running second, has delayed his own pit stops as long as possible so that he may now take over the lead. Parnelli storms around the track, chasing AJ Foyt. Watch carefully. Carl Williams spins in turn 3, damages the nose of his car, and heads for the pits. Foyt, taking advantage of the caution, is in for service on the 83rd lap. His crew pushes him off, but Parnelli is riding solidly in front. Parnelli Jones has it made. His crew gives him the easy sign. There's no hurry. He's almost a full lap ahead of Foyt, and there's only 4 laps to go.
We understand Parnelli Jones.
But suddenly, Parnelli is slowing down. A bearing in the gearbox worth just $6 fails, and the rest of the dramatic story needs no words.
Out of the number 4 turn, his crew running up after him. With just 4 laps to go, it'll be AJ Foyt moving into the lead. AJ Foyt will go into the lead as Parnelli Jones is coasting to a stop. Waiting now to classify as AJ
Foyt comes around to take the checkered flag, but fate intervenes again.
Foyt should be moving into the number 4 turn now. There he is. There he is. And a speed right in front of him. A speed right in front of him. That's 1, 2, 3 cars involved.
In the 200th lap, an engine blows and 4 cars pile up in the main straightaway. Somehow, A.J. Foyt gets through the Mets to cross the line, taking the checkered flag, and joining Maury Rose, Wilbur Shaw, and Louis Meyer, a select group of men who have won the 500 3 times. Since his rookie year in 1958, A.J. Foyt has been a hard and consistent competitor, both at Indianapolis and on the championship circuit. Foyt is a man who drives hard and works hard at his driving. And sincere congratulations from Brooks Firestone on his record-setting speed achievement on the 31st day in May.
There are about 21 laps left in the 1977 Indianapolis 500. There's the sign to A.J. Foyt, minus 10 seconds. He is closed from about 25 seconds down to 10.
Yeah, he's really closed up. He was at one time beyond 30 seconds behind Gordon Johncock. A.J. Foyt has now been given that pick board within 10 seconds of Gordon Johncock.
So Gordon Johncock is moving toward what could be his second victory in the Indianapolis 500.
He's pulled across.
What's
There's
happened?
A puff of smoke. Gordon Johncock, the leader of the Indy 500, is running down the side of pit lane now. Still on the racetrack. He's got a big problem.
We've seen this sort of thing so many times in Indianapolis. Just when it looked like it was all wrapped up, there he is off the track. It's all over for Gordon Johncock. A.J. Foyt leads the Indianapolis 500.
He can't get out the car quick enough. He's really getting out. He's struggling to get out. He's a tired man. Look at his head. He's tired. He's very tired. He's wanting to get out.
There's no one near A.J. now.
Almost staggering out the race car there. And there's the Gordon Johncock pit. Look, they've got their heads down. The pit board is slammed down. He's sitting down in the car. He's tired. He can't even take his helmet off.
And how discouraged he must be. Victory right within his grasp. And there is A.J. Foyt. He must almost be disbelieving of what has happened here.
Well, A.J. Foyt must now know that Gordon Johncock is out of the race. He's been told in his radio, I am sure. The crowd are screaming. You can hear them over the noise of these cars as Gordon Johncock now has his helmet off.
There is starter Pat Badan. He'll have the checkered flag. Tom Steva is in second place, but he's way, way back. It is, in fact, right now, A.J. Foyt first and everybody else behind. Steva sat on the pole, has given a good account of himself today, but he's not going to win it unless something very sudden happens to the automobile of A.J. Foyt.
Well, I can imagine the air in the A.J. Foyt pit now is very pregnant indeed. Tony Foyt, A.J.'s father, with only 2 laps to go. That's not very far. That's 5 miles. And at those sort of speeds, that's not going to take too long. You know, for A.J., it must be a confusing thing going through his head now. He must know that 10 years ago he won his last one. He must be wondering, will the car just hold for please 2 more laps? 1.5 laps right now. Please, Lord, let it last. You'd feel little vibrations. You feel you're frightened to even think about the possibility that you're going to win a race.
Only other slight possibility is that he might run out of fuel. Of course, he did early in the competition today, and they figured the fuel very, very close. Standing by for the white flag.
Well, I reckon he's pussyfooting that throttle pretty well, and there's the white flag by Pat Vedin being held out. I'll bet you anything he's driving with more economy than any Scotsman would economize with right now. I bet he's not giving it all he can give it right down that throttle of that great big turbocharged engine that he himself has put together. The man is a constructor, a designer. He seems to run the operation. He seems to be the mechanics. He seems to be everybody else right now. And look at Jim Gilmore and the rest of the team. They're even getting ready for it. And AJ's father to the left of the screen.
Coming down towards turn 3. It's the final lap of the Indianapolis 500. AJ Foyt is going to make motor racing history. The first man ever to win this great race 4 times. It started in 1911. This is the 61st race, and no one has ever achieved this before. Stand by for the checkered flag. The black and white checkered flag, and in the pits, the red and white checkered shirts of the Gilmore Foyt team. It's all over. AJ has done it. He has won his 4th Indianapolis 500.
He's already pulled off the racetrack. He's got right, and look at the crowd cheering, clapping, waving their arms, and their American hero. He's gone right off the racetrack. He's gone right down below the white line. He's going straight into an area that he hasn't been using all day long.
Jackie, this is the most exciting moment I think we've ever seen since we've been coming to Indianapolis.
I think everybody's been waiting for AJ to win his 4th race. It's never happened before. I think a mark in history when a thing like this happens. I think everyone is excited by it. And AJ, of course, is, look at the arm, right up high. His arms are not sore anymore. If he keeps going around the racetrack much longer at that pace, his arms will get sore waving. He'll probably change hands.
And look at Gordon John Cox's car, sitting silent down there near the infield. Still in motion, AJ Foyt, accepting the tribute that he has earned so well. There's Al Unser, ran out of fuel.
He's finished
running third, yeah.
He's finished third, and he's still run out of gas as AJ still waves to the crowd.
And now he'll be getting the tribute soon from his own father in the pit crew there, from the other men who have worked with him so long, whom he has trained so well, from Jim Gilmore, the car owner, from his wife Di, and his youngsters who are all standing by.
From these crew chiefs, from the Steve Jordan, Billy Woodruff, Howard Gilbert, Cassie, John Fisher, Jack Stern, Uncle Tom Cobley and all.
They're all there.
And now there it is, the greatest lane in the state of Indiana, Victory Lane at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Hundreds of thousands call this 42-year-old racer their hero. AJ Foyt has won his 4th, the first one ever, breaking a 4-way tie for 3rd. Louis Meyer, Wilbur Shaw, and Maury Rose. In the winner's circle is our colleague, Bill Fleming. Bill?
And now AJ getting out of the car. I don't know whether he can even hear anybody as the big Borg Warner trophy is put in behind him. He is absolutely soaked with sweat, gives a big hug to the owner of the car, Jim Gilmore, and all of the checkerboard shirted team is here. There's Mr. Foyt, AJ's father, who must be very happy at this point. AJ, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear a little bit.
What are your thoughts now that you've made history?
Oh, I don't know. It's been so long. I just can't really believe that it's true.
Now the helmet comes off. Say it once more, AJ. Was it awfully hot, AJ?
Yes, it was very much. We had our good breaks, we had our bad breaks, and I can't believe it.
You know, you had a little problem when you came in on the second stop. It looked like the car died. Were you out of fuel?
Yes, we quit running going down the back straightaway, and 2 years ago we lost the race on account of it, and I knew Gardy was a tough competitor, and Big Noddy being one of my old mechanics, he's just a hard man to beat, and he made us run for it.
When did you know that you really had it? Did you see Gardy on the infield?
I didn't know it till I got the checkered flag.
And now the cold drink of milk for AJ Foyt, who has really done a day's work today.
Before the race is underway, watch the starters platform on the left there. It's still not out. They appear to be in pretty good order in the first 5 or 6 rows at any rate. A little bit ragged towards the back. And look out, it crashed before the start of the race. It was Kevin Cogan from the middle of the first row, suddenly taking a hard left turn. Tires flying. How in the world could this have happened?
Absolutely absolutely no idea, Jim. That's one of the most extraordinary things I've ever seen.
Let's look at it again. The middle of the front row, just behind him is John Cock. A little out of order.
Yes, but now Kogan just looks absolutely fine, and he just veers. It's as if he turned the wheel intentionally, Jim.
Just unbelievable.
Unbelievable, and of course he hit AJ Foyt really hard, Jim.
All right, well, there's AJ Foyt. He was just talking to Kogan for a moment. Had some choice words for him, no doubt. Now, Chris Economaki moving in on AJ.
AJ, how'd that start? Well, I don't know. He ran right square in my left front. What are you talking about? Kogan? Kogan. AJ Foyt blames it on Kevin Kogan. Back to you, Jim.
Well, AJ blames it on Kevin. We haven't heard from him yet, the man who obviously was the principal figure. There's AJ's car, and there is an annoyed AJ. We're about to get not a restart, but another attempt to get a start in the Indianapolis 500. The green flag never fell before the crash. We have had about a 45-minute delay. You'll notice that one car is missing from the first row, another car missing from the second row. On the front row, we now have just Rick Mears and AJ Foyt. Kevin Kogan is gone. Second row, just Gordon Johncock and Bill Whittington. Mario Andretti is gone. An unusual sight for the start of the Indianapolis 500.
Well, of course, the big question, Jim, is how is Foyt's car? He can't tell at this point, but when they get up to speed, he'll know.
Stand by on the left of your screen is starter Dwayne Sweeney. Still no green flag. There it is. They're racing at Indianapolis. And it's Mears and Foyt going into the first turn. AJ Foyt, it appears, going for the lead. He's got the lead. AJ Foyt quickly snatching the lead. Those are firecrackers, remember. That is not a crash or anything, the noise you hear in the background. It's a tradition at Indianapolis on the start. AJ Foyt quickly going off to a fast lead in a car that had to be repaired under the red flag.
Amazing courage to be able to do that, Jim. Almost anybody else you would think would have given himself a turn or two to feel it out. Not AJ Foyt.
He has not taken a small lead, he's taken a big lead. AJ Foyt, car number 14, coming into the pits as we're under the yellow flag at Indianapolis after the crash of Danny Ungaius. Close-up look at AJ as he directs the work of his pit crew, as always.
Notice the time clock in the upper right of the screen.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, they're waving him out.
Well,
there's somebody running after him, it looked like. You think there's some problem there?
I don't know.
It looked like somebody was trying to wave him down. I couldn't quite make it out.
Yeah, well,
but there he is. Looks all right.
Looks fine, yeah.
Okay, AJ Foyt back on the track.
Well, I don't know, though.
Oh, he's
there's
slow.
Howdy Holmes going around him.
Oh, here he is, right into the pits again.
Well, something's wrong now.
Bill Fleming is down there. Maybe he has some information. Bill Fleming.
Here's the story on AJ Foyt. When he was refueled the last time, the fuel valve stuck open and fuel was pouring out of the car. He was so concerned about it that he thought he was going to have to jump out of the car. He released his seat belts and his shoulder harnesses, and we thought that perhaps he might have been on fire. Now they're pouring water all over him to make sure that he doesn't burn, because there is fuel in that cockpit. Apparently the valve has been closed, but as you can see, he's still having difficulty.
Okay, thank you, Bill. So there was fuel coming out as they pulled the thing out. Now, that's supposed to be impossible with the new nozzles, but that one is broken, obviously.
That thing cost several $1,000s. This is a reasonably crude repair. I'd hate to be AJ now sitting in that car with the fuel.
Well, that was supposed to be one of the improvements, that you could not take it out while the fuel was still coming out of the hose. But obviously, anything can break, and that one is inoperative. So AJ Foyt has alcohol and water on his back. That can't feel very good.
No, I've had that happen to me. I had it over in Japan, Jim, and it's just amazing. A burning sensation. It can rob you of the concentration you need to drive in the race, but he's losing an incredible amount of time here now.
Well, right now they're trying to refasten his seatbelt. The driver can't do that anymore. He's so tightly encased there. He lost a lot of time. Under the yellow, AJ Foyt looks like he's angry this time again. Bill Fleming's down there. Let's go.
It's the ultimate frustration for AJ Foyt. Whatever the problem was, AJ thought that he had it fixed. He tried to get the car out. It would not go in gear, and all of a sudden the engine stalled. He threw his gloves out. I don't even know whether it's possible to get in there close. I'm sure his temperature's pretty close to 212 right now.
I would say Foyt is a bit unhappy.
AJ Foyt more than a bit unhappy. And here comes The old living anachronism. The crew chief, race driver, team owner, everything else. He's going to work on the car himself. This man, really an anachronism. A throwback to the days of Barney Oldfield and Ralph De Palma, when the fellow would jump out, make the repairs, get back in the race. And the crowd here cheering him on. They love to see it when AJ gets out and starts working on his own car.
They're loving it, Jim, but, you know, Foyt knows himself, and he's releasing an awful lot of tension right now. If he can get this thing fixed, he will get back into the car and feel very comfortable.
Okay, 25 years at Indy. Could this be his last year? Well, he's never said so, but some year has to be his last year, and when it's over, one thing will be sure. He did it his way.
We couldn't get it back out of third gear when I left the pits.
Do you think the accident before the actual start of the race had an effect on that?
No, it had no effect on the gearbox. The biggest thing it did, it had the front end, we lined it up, but we still towed out a little bit, and that's the reason I had to back off when Rick run me down for the lead. We was pushing the front end very bad.
You must feel very lucky.
Well, I'm just lucky we got a race car left, because that should have never happened.
You must be lucky that the fire didn't get
well, I was probably silly for what I did by trying to make a lap. I knew we still had a good chance of winning the race. Right before that happened, the car started handling beautiful, and I was sitting back there riding where we wanted to, and I couldn't ask the car to perform any better than it was performing. It was just fabulous.
And in line with Indy tradition, it's AJ Foyt who very appropriately makes the first qualifying attempt. For AJ, this is his 34th consecutive Indianapolis 500, and supposedly the last for the four-time winner. It's been a long and happy association for AJ and Indy.
To me, it's one of the biggest things in my life is Indianapolis.
Your attention, please. The track is open for qualifications. Let's see if he takes it, and he's on it. AJ Foyt diving into turn number one, just over the white line with the left side rubber. About 4 feet away from the short chute wall going through there. About half the car below the line in turn number two, already off of that. Heading down the backstretch once again, AJ Foyt, maybe 20 feet away from the outside wall. Sets up now for turn number three, moves closer to the wall, rather classic pattern for Foyt. About half the car below the line in three. Off of three, maybe 3 feet away from the outside wall on the north chute. Just down to the line in turn number four, a high exit off of four. On the main straightaway, one lap complete, AJ Foyt. And you'll like it, over 221 miles an hour the time, 40 and 692 thousandths of a second, speed first time around. 221.174 miles an hour. In turn number three, Foyt, same pattern, about half the car below the line, left side of course. Through the north chute, same basic pattern, just above the line in turn number four. Off of four already, AJ Foyt, halfway through this qualification attempt. And it's faster. More than a mile an hour. The time 40.502. The speed 222.211 miles an hour. AJ is on his way. Setting up for turn three is Foyt. In three, basic pattern the same. He's been very consistent, as he nearly always is. Through the north chute, just down below the line with the left side wheels in turn four. The usual high exit off of four. On the main straightaway, the white flag flies for AJ Foyt. And it's still faster. 40.371 on the time, 222.932 miles an hour. Bring him to the checkered flag. Most of the way down the backstretch, setting up for turn number three, AJ Foyt. In turn three, same basic pattern, about half the car below the line. Very consistent driving. For those of us who didn't think we'd see him in a race car this year with his feet. Here he is on the main straightaway. 34 consecutive qualifications at Indianapolis.
34 years, AJ Foyt. And what are your thoughts right now? Well, I just hope we have a real fast race, a good, safe race, and just may the best man win. And I'm looking forward to it. It's the first race I've been back since I've been injured, and kind of looking forward to get back in the seat again.
What, 8 months ago when you were just starting your rehabilitation, did you ever really in your own mind believe that you could be here?
Well, I've always felt like when I put my mind to doing something, I can do it. I know a lot of people didn't think we'd be back, but I said I'd be back, and that was my goal, and I reached it.
It was late last summer. AJ's brakes failed and he smashed into a dirt bank. His legs and feet were crushed. Pins and screws held his legs together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Then a strange thing happened. AJ realized getting better would be a challenge a lot like the old days when he was able to do the impossible.
There you go, that's better.
Although he was by now 56, he amazed his doctors with his tolerance for pain. And the more people said he wouldn't be ready for Indy, the more he wanted to prove them wrong.
Now, come on, you gotta go now. Come on, that's a better ball. Come on, push!
It was a race against time, and he won.
The first day of qualifications always attracts a huge crowd. By 6 o'clock this evening, the fastest qualifier wins the honor of the pole position, an opportunity to start from the inside of the front row on race day. In the morning practice session, several drivers reach their fastest times of the month. AJ Foyt is one of those drivers, turning a fast lap of 2:21 plus. Foyt appears to be up to speed for making his 36th Indy 500. But just 11 minutes into the first practice session, Robbie Gordon makes contact with the wall for the third time this week, prompting AJ to make a stunning announcement about his future.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A moment unprecedented in Speedway history. Making his last appearance on this 2.5-mile oval in the car number 14 that made him famous. The 4-time winner of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, AJ Foyt, is officially announcing his retirement. And let's give him a tremendous salute as he comes out of Gasoline Alley. And here he is. The green flag flies, and AJ Foyt is on his way. Here is the man who first won in 1961. Again coming back, driving for Sheridan in 1964 into first place. 1967, again first. And for Gilmore Racing Team first in 1977. He has been in 35 races here at Indianapolis. He has completed 4,909 laps, and he's led a total of 555 laps. Car number 14 has been permanently retired from competition by the members of the sanctioning bodies. It will forever remain the possession of AJ Foyt. And here he is, AJ Foyt. And here is the 4-time winner, AJ Foyt. AJ, the fans have already said it. We salute you. You shock us all this morning.
Well, thank you. It's a hard decision, but it comes a time. I don't know.
He said, it's a hard decision, but there comes a time.
The fans have brought me back as many years I've been back, but I felt like if I'm going to run a team, I can't be in a race car. Seems like every time I'm not with the car, something happens, and I realized that this morning. just as I went to get the green, the yellow come out. It was my other car. So if I'm going to be a successful car owner, I've got to spend 110% of my time with the car and not think of AJ. So Mr. Banlin and Ford Motor Company, this decision was made about, well, when Robbie hit the wall is when I made the decision. I intended to qualify, and the car is a very fast car I got out of. I know it'll make the race very easy. I'd have no problem putting it in the show. And I think, like I said, it comes a time. I love all y'all a lot. You've been great fans. I love you. And I'll still be back, and we'll still be up in the winner's circle. Thank you very much.